Hello pilots and welcome to Season 4 of Flight Academy, brought to you by Out of Arc Gaming. As always, my name is Phil. Full format rules and lists are in the description below, and you can see all the lists in the video linked at the top right hand corner of the screen now. But joining me for the penultimate game of the round robin of Season 4, we have...
Hey guys, it's Andy.
Hey Andy, welcome back. As I said, this is the not quite last game of the round robin, but this is certainly an important one. Ben is very much at the top of the leaderboard. He's kind of got that nailed down, but Scott is pushing to break into that top four, so it's going to be interesting to see if he can get a result against Ben and be actually the first person to get a result against Ben, because Ben's just got a horrible list, a horribly good list.
Is Ben undefeated at this stage?
Yes. He is undefeated at this stage. He has flown incredibly well. I mean, he has given himself the best advantage possible of having the only I6s in the whole of Flight Academy. He's got Midnight, who is horrible, and he's got Quick Draw, who is as equally horrible, but it's great. I still love to see it. And there's that offset setup that we mentioned actually a couple of games ago that you said about Josh doing. There's another offset one that Ben is utilising to great effect there.
It's quite a cheeky opening from Ben. He did the same against me, and I just didn't expect it at all. I think you don't usually expect to get into shots fired on round one, but again with the smaller size board, I think it's just something that you, I don't know, just forget at times. So I remember when I was against Ben, just casually moving down the board, and then is 5 forward on both his ties straight up in the face, and here we go.
It's very much a shock and awe tactic. Again, as you said, the smaller board space really allows for that. But I think as well, with Ben having the I6s, he knows exactly where his opponent is going to be, and he's like, right, well, I'm going to put myself in the best position just to really frustrate that. And that's another Magpie's Warhead from Midnight into 10 Numb, stripping that focus. That's a great tactic with that, actually.
It's great ordnance to stick on Midnight, because he doesn't really need to worry about spending the target lock. As long as he gets, and especially versus a B-wing, as long as he knows he's going to get a couple of hits in, he doesn't need to worry about the re-rolling the extra dice, and he keeps the lock on to keep Midnight's pilot ability up. So it's a cheeky combo.
Really good. That was Scott just asking about how Proud Tradition works. I think one of the few people that actually asked how it worked rather than just accepting that it was horrible and dealing with it. I think he was there looking to see if he could trigger a flip to false tradition, which no one has managed to do so far. So it'd be interesting to see if he actually does manage to get that off. But then Quick Draw taking a cheeky shot as well into 10 Numb, and no way of modifying that, so that's 2 more shields down on 10 Numb. A very solid start from this first order list. Gina out of arc, so no shots, so it's just 10 Numb, and there'll be no double shotting here. And also with the deplete, it's 1 less shot as well, 1 less dice, which is mean.
Oh.
And a blank out. Not a great start. Even if he had a target lock, couldn't re-roll because, well, Midnight's lock is stapled there. It's a great way to shut down ships like 10 Numb and Braylon, actually, with Midnight with that target lock, because they, getting the stress, they love it for dice modification. So it is really good. It's a really good job you can't stick an R3 Astromech on Midnight, because that would just be horrendously broken.
Oh, wow. Just take the target locks, then just park him, and you'd be fine.
ion bomb there from 10.
I didn't expect that, but I suppose if you've got the bombs, why not drop them? But
Yeah, it just seems
uh,
they're interesting positions because I don't know how likely it is that either of these ties are going to actually be within range of those. Because I'm looking at it, the only way they can do that is if Quick Draw was to do something really quick, and boost round. But I don't. That's not even.
I mean, I anticipate the ties will both just do a hard one, standing in, which is not going to be good for Scott if Ben does do that.
I mean, look at the tie SF. Wouldn't even be able to do it. It can do a 5-4, but then it can't boost, so I don't think it would ever get there. And there's your hard one from Midnight. Lined up just spectacularly on 10 Numb there.
Well, that's a little bit quick.
Ooh, that's a bit too fast there, Ben.
Well, he's still got the lock, so he's probably not too worried.
And also, is it going to be a self-trigger of Quick Draw?
Oh, is that Quick Draw at the back?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it's the other way around.
No, it's Quick Draw at the back.
I see.
Doesn't take damage, so we're not getting a self-trigger of Quick Draw, which would have been absolutely hilarious just to be like, you haven't got a shot on me, but I'm still getting 3 shots at you.
He could have, whether that bump was intentional or not, he could swag that one out, couldn't he? So yeah, intentional bump for the Quick Draw.
I mean, that could have actually been 3 shots into 10 Numb could have been enough to take him out. I mean, that would have been 3 dice from Midnight and 2 4 dice shots from Quick Draw if she's at range 1.
Did we just? I don't know if we just missed that, but did both the B-wings get ironed? Do I see there?
They did. 10 got caught by his own, and Gina got caught by her own.
Okay, that's
interesting.
That's not ideal because I feel like that's almost like. And sorry, I know there's a lot of damage coming through here to talk over the top of it, but I feel like that's almost like a set play, isn't it? It's possibly would know those ranges, so I'm not sure. Unless it was such a gambit that he knew he was going to get ioned, but...
Oh, and it's a panic pilot onto 10 Numb, which I know 10 Numb likes stress, but not when the ships are behind him. And it's going to be... The thing is, with that ion, I don't think there was any benefit in any way. Because the B-Wings have the 1 forwards anyway. And now they're going to have to do their 1 forward or 1 bank. Clear the ion, but then they can only take a focus. Ben knows exactly where they're going to be, so he can just hard one in. Yeah, he's now going to run the risk of being ioned, but he's just going to... if 10 Numb doesn't go down here, he just stays behind 10 Numb and loves it. And he can just concentrate on Gina now. Because 10 Numb can't take the focus. Gina can only focus. I mean, this bomb that 10 has dropped there, that's a good ion. That's a good ion bomb because it's almost guaranteed that is going to hit Midnight and Quick Draw, because I don't think there's any move they can do that's going to get them away from there. Quick Draw, possibly a 1 hard might, but Midnight, even if he'd done a 2 or a 3, he would bump into one of those 2. So yeah, he's ioned next turn. Nothing he can do about that, but probably doesn't really care, to be honest.
No, it's not the end of the world in that situation.
This 1 hard, I think this is going to be fine. Might just sneak a shot into 10 Numb there. I'm not sure. That's quite a tight angle. I think Quick Draw does have 10 Numb.
Yeah, I think it's in. But yeah, it's hard to tell because you can't see the corner of the base, can you, behind the ship? So.
And if Quickdraw does, I'd be very surprised if Quickdraw doesn't take that shot. But I think we're about to see the Pattern Analyzer Proud Tradition combo, which is just great. But I would say if it was me, I'd be checking Quickdraw's arc straight away, seeing if she can take out 10 Numb, and then with Midnight going in for Gina. But yeah, only Midnight being caught there by the Ion. Yeah, that's in. Doesn't even need to re-roll or do anything there.
Ouch.
He's going to re-roll anyway. I may as well spend the focus. But that's 10 Numb. Gone. Nothing he can do about that.
This is going to be very difficult for Scott to come back. I mean, he's got another ion bomb on Gina, which he could, I guess, drop, possibly catch Midnight again, but it's not really gonna.
It's not gonna really help all that much. I mean, we'll see how much damage Gina takes from Midnight, because Gina can modify because she's not locked. She can do a 2 Talon, a 1 Talon or a 2 K turn next turn to get shots back in. But then it's just, there'll be a lot of shots. Oh, Proud Tradition has been flipped on Quickdraw, in fact. So I think that's the first time we've seen Proud Tradition flip, and
Scott wins the Scott wins the raffle.
Yeah. Just for those that obviously have seen it or maybe not 100% aware, Proud Tradition, while you have 2 or fewer stress tokens, you may perform focus actions even while stressed. After you perform an attack, if you are stressed, the defender may spend 1 focus token or suffer 1 crit damage to flip this card. So, I mean, 10 was dead anyway, so just suffered the crit and flip Proud Tradition.
Absolutely.
So, you know what? Not bad there. It makes all of Quickdraw's focuses red now, so it is effective. Yeah, we'll just see what Gina does now. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a 2K or a 1 Talon, probably with a bomb drop.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I mean, I don't think Gina is favoured in a matchup versus one of these First Order ships on their own, let alone the 2 of them together.
Yeah, I mean, if I was going to have a B-Wing against either Midnight or Quickdraw, I would prefer to have a 1 straight. Interesting. Okay. Go for a block there.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, as I said, I'd prefer to go with 10 or Braylon, just because I think that they have much better utility and enjoyment of the stress. Getting the lock, okay, setting up for later. Sure, if Gina's gonna have. No, I don't think Gina's gonna have arc on Quickdraw there, which is a shame because it looked like it would have been definitely not gonna have arc on Quickdraw now. But we see the barrel roll rotate. I think we might have. Has he rotated? I'm not entirely sure.
I don't even know if he did rotate, whether he would have a shot at the back or not.
If he rotated, he would. Yeah, his that would definitely catch Gina. Oh, nothing there from. Just trying to check that arc. Stems are in the way. Oh, actually, maybe it is out. It's
It looks
really
close. It looks close.
When it gets this close, this is where I don't like using the laser. Yes, obviously it avoids having to get obviously down there with a ranger and marksmanship like this, but I think the laser's just a little bit impractical.
I sometimes find with the laser, if you're not holding it directly above the ship, it almost like you almost have a bit of an angle on it. I don't know. Is that legit, or is that just me thinking?
I do know what you mean, because of obviously the way the light goes.
Yeah, because if it's like falling on bases, it then kind of But...
Well, I stand corrected. He did not have arc there, which shocks me. But yeah, I know what you mean. Like I did used to use a laser, and then it ran out of batteries, and in the end I actually found that I would check it with a laser and I'd just end up checking it again with a ruler. So it was just much easier, unless you were able to have the laser like on like a tripod or something so that you weren't holding it. Because that's where the issue comes in. If you're holding the laser, you're going to be shaking. So if it was on a tripod or something, which is not always practical, then yeah, maybe.
That'd be your next piece of technology, Phil. Is when you're streaming, you'll be able to superimpose like the arcs on the.
You're basically saying I need to get VAR for Flight Academy like streaming. Not actually a bad idea. But it's a nice little kill box there onto Gina, so that's one more shield. I think that was midnight. Yep. And here's quick draw. Hitting two focuses. Does quick draw spend, or does quick draw just... Yeah. No fire control, just full spend. And I think that's 2 hits. Yeah, another shield
I think 2
out.
going in.
Will Gina trigger quick draw's ability, which hasn't been triggered all that often in this tournament, actually, I will say. I think Ben's actually done more damage to quick draw than his opponents have, because they've been avoiding that double tap and going for midnight instead. We are going to get the double tap here. 1 shield off.
No fire control, but 2 going through anyway.
Ooh.
We need it.
Hit crit. Crit is a loose stabilizer, so no turning for that B-wing if she doesn't want to take damage.
Just while I got the opportunity, while midnight is on the table, there was some odd. It was oddly satisfying at the entoyment tournament we had a couple of weekends ago when Ben was going up against Steve's FO list, and Steve was flying midnight. So Ben was having a taste of his own medicine.
Yes.
Although, because I recall Ben taking midnight off the table and acquire sorrow.
It was quite nice for Ben to get a taste of his own medicine with that, and again, that was Steve's list, and it was very, very fun list.
There was some good games at that tournament actually, and it worked well on the stream. They're all available on your channel, aren't they? So hopefully, hopefully, if you've seen the Flight Academy games, you'll be watching those as well.
Anyone that wants to see the most recent tournament we had, the live footage is up on YouTube. There are some absolutely cracking games, some really fun lists on there, and just generally it was a great day. Absolutely had a wicked time with everyone, which is exactly what you want from a tournament, to everyone to have a good time and have fun, and that's what we had. Right, so this is going to be the last shooting of the game, there is a possibility that Gina could go down here.
Quick draw is still shielded, so
Yeah.
there's a high chance that Gina will go down if she pops any damage back into quick draw.
Oh, that's 3 hits.
You might not even need to see the double tap.
Oh no, there's the evade, so down to 1 health. Now here's the thing, does Scott go primary attack, or does he just go tractor and jamming beam and say no? No, it's the primary attack.
It's a nice attack, but
I would do it. See if you can get half points, just to walk away with something. 2 evades, so that's only 2 shields down. Which, if we had more rounds, that'd be perfect. Oh, 3 shields down, so that is shield stripped. But quick draw gets the last word of the game. A little bit of a pause there because they're just discussing the fact that Gina has the ability to double tap. However, quick draw's ability says when the ship loses a shield, it gets to make a bonus attack. So that actually would trigger before Scott's bonus attack.
But this is still happening at initiative 5, right? So would Gina still get the bonus attack back?
To be honest, it wouldn't make any difference because the bonus attack is either a tractor beam or a jamming beam, so it's not going to actually make any difference. So, yeah, if it was like an auto blaster or something, it would be worth actually rolling it to see if you can take quick draw out as like a last hurrah. But unfortunately, because it's only tractor beam or jamming beam, there's not really any point. You can't tractor beam a ship off the board anymore, which is a good thing. And there's nothing to jam. So, a very solid victory there for Ben, really cementing his top spot there. But you know what? Half points on quick draw, and I think that's the first time quick draw might have been half pointed this tournament. So, although it doesn't add any points to Scott's tally, still kudos for getting the half points on quick draw.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that, you know, by round 2 it was looking very difficult for Scott, but actually he did put it back to get some damage on. So yeah.
From where it's looking at one point, it was a lot stronger result for Scott. But well done to Ben. He's obviously solidified top spot, so it's just now to find out in our last game who's going to have the 4th slot. But Andy, thank you so much for joining us for that one.
Oh, thanks for having me.
And guys, the final game of the round robin is coming up next. So like this video, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time.